Dylan, can I talk to you now? There's something I need to discuss with you.
Oh, hi, Elisa. What is it? You know you can always talk to me.
Well, it's about my son, Cole.
Oh, I see. You know, we shouldn't really be discussing school matters on our private cell phones. Even though you and I grew up together, if someone found out we were messaging each other about work… I mean, your son being in my class and everything. The other parents might think I was showing favoritism or something like that.
I'm sorry, but before I called the school about this, I thought it might be easier just to ask you. You're his teacher, after all. I know I'm not technically going through the right channels to do it, but…
Okay, fine. Just this one time. What's going on?
Cole's refusing to go back to school. He says he doesn't like it anymore. But when I ask him why, he won't give me a reason other than he doesn't like it.
Huh? Are you saying the past 2 days he's been absent is because of that? I had no idea. The office told me you had called in saying Cole was sick. I just assumed he had caught a cold.
Well, it's not uncommon for a kid not to want to go to school every now and then, right? So the first day he was begging me to let him stay home, I did. But then he did it again today, and now he's saying he's not going tomorrow either. I asked him if something happened at school to cause this, but he won't tell me.
If there was something going on with the other students in his class, you'd think I would have noticed. But there's nothing going on that I'm aware of.
So you don't know either, huh? Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on Cole and see if I can get him to talk to me about it. Sorry to bother you.
No problem. Hey, I'll talk to some of Cole's friends at school and see if they know anything either. If I find anything out, I'll message you. Don't worry too much about it, okay? For now, just try to give Cole some room and don't press the subject too much. If you keep bothering him about it, I think it might make things even worse.
You're probably right. Thanks. If he stays like this for a while, I'll contact the school and tell them what's going on. For now, I'll just tell them he's still got a cold. Thanks for your help.
Elisa, I haven't heard back from you. Is everything okay? I see that Cole still hasn't returned to school. Why haven't you messaged me? Is it because you're just trying to avoid contacting me directly? Don't worry about that. I want Cole to come back to school too. If you're having any trouble, I want you to know you can always talk to me. I want to help.
Oh, sorry. I've just been busy with a lot of things, so I forgot to message you. That's all.
What? You're kidding. Your son has been refusing to go to school for over a week and you've been busy with other things? I had no idea you were that kind of person.
I think I should be saying that to you. I had no idea you were the type of person to do a thing like this.
Wait. What's going on here? Why are you getting angry with me? What exactly did I do to deserve this?
Cole told me why he didn't want to go to school anymore. He said his friends have been fighting with him, and he's being alienated by his entire class.
Oh, I see. Well, it's not uncommon for children to fight. I'm sure you've heard the saying, kids can be cruel. But I'm sure those kids are sorry now, and they're waiting for Cole to come back to school so they can apologize to him. So, just tell him to come back and we can get this whole thing straightened out.
Yeah, that sounds good. Except that's not what's going to happen, is it? You're the one who turned everyone against Cole, aren't you?
What? You think I'd do something like that? I'm his teacher. Why would you say something like that? I'd never do something mean like that to one of my students.
You listen here. I'm only telling you what I know for a fact.
A fact? No teacher would turn a whole class against one student. In this day and age, even elementary school students have cell phones. These days, everything can easily be recorded, so no one would do that. You've got nothing to be worried about.
You're right. I can't believe that any teacher would be stupid enough to try something like that nowadays either. And believe me, I'm not worried about anything. Yet, here we are, discussing exactly that.
Come on, Elisa. This is me we're talking about. We've known each other since we were kids. Why would I try to turn anyone against your son?
Maybe because you're still bitter from what happened with us years ago? Like, for example, the time when you proposed to me and I turned you down. And then later when I married that guy that you hated.
That has nothing to do with anything. Come on now. That happened over 10 years ago. Do you think I even care about that anymore? After all this time, do you think I still have feelings for you or something?
I didn't think you did. That's why when I moved back to the area, I figured I'd give you my contact info again. But I guess I was wrong about that, huh?
Oh, God. Just think about what you're saying. You're a woman in your late 30s with a kid now. Stop thinking that you're irresistible. You're only fooling yourself. What's this really about? Is your husband not paying attention to you anymore or something? Are you so desperate for attention you've got to make up things about other people still having feelings for you? The way you're acting is disgusting.
Your dad's a high school dropout, so I don't expect much from you. You don't have a single good gene in you, and you're not good at anything. You're useless, and you'll never amount to anything. You're going to turn out just like your dad. If you even consider telling your mom about any of this, something's gonna happen to you or to her. Those are all things you said to my son, aren't they? You even forbid everyone in your class from speaking to him, didn't you? What's wrong with you? Are you trying to get revenge on me by taking it out on my boy? You're not even acting like a man.
Oh my God, this is all absurd. So, this is what Cole told you. Kids lie all the time. You're a mom, you should know that. Unless you've got proof, I suggest you stop trying to make me out to look like the bad guy here. I knew there was something wrong with you. You seemed to be a lot more level-headed years ago. Honestly, I feel a little disappointed in you right now.
I'm his mother. Of course I'm going to believe my son. What I can't believe is that his teacher would say things like that to him. Do you have any idea what something like this could do to a child? You're supposed to be his teacher.
God, I hate when parents use that line on me. You're supposed to be a teacher. I hate that. Yeah, I'm a teacher. So what? I think I see the kids more often in a year than their own parents do. That's why I think you should believe me a little more than you believe them. Tell me, who does it make sense to believe? A lying kid or a grown adult? Are you gonna take his word over mine?
I'm gonna believe my son.
Oh, is that so? Well then, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you have proof? Do you have proof that I said all these things to Cole? If so, where is it?
I don't have any proof of what you said to Cole.
Just like I thought. And that means this conversation is over. If you've got anything else to say to me, I suggest you call the school and have them relay it to me.
Oh, we're not finished yet. I said I don't have any proof of what you said to Cole. But I have proof you turned the whole class against him.
Look, to tell you the truth, I'm tired of talking to you about this. I have no idea what kind of proof you think you have, but if you want to report me to the school, go ahead.
Is that so? Okay then, I will.
But I think you should know this first. Just in case you want to try starting something and saying I did something. Just know that I have people who will vouch for me.
You know someone who will vouch for a lying teacher?
My uncle. He works for the Board of Education. He's always got my back. Even if you try to get me in trouble, he'll help me out. He'll, how do I put this? He'll stamp out any fires before they get out of control.
Oh, so that's why you think you can act like an idiot and get away with it, huh? I see. Well then, how about I tell you something that you don't know?
Like what?
It's quite a coincidence, but my father-in-law is also there.
Your father-in-law?
Yeah, my husband's dad is the head of the Board of Education of this city. That means no matter where your uncle is in the BOE, he's lower than my father-in-law.
What? You're kidding. Then, hey, what is this proof of yours?
Huh?
You said you had proof that I turned the class against Cole.
Oh, why do you suddenly care? Didn't you just tell me that if I wanted to report you, to just go right ahead?
Just tell me what proof you have. And just so you know, a kid saying something happened isn't proof that it happened. You don't have any proof. You're just trying to trick me into saying I did something, aren't you?
My proof is a recording of you threatening your students about this. You said it yourself not too long ago, didn't you? In this day and age, even elementary school students have smartphones.
A recording? Students aren't allowed to bring their cell phones to school. If they get caught doing it, they're in big trouble. No student at our school would be stupid enough to do that.
I'm aware they aren't supposed to, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. A student took a chance and snuck their smartphone in. They knew they could get in serious trouble for it, but they decided it was worth the risk to help out a friend.
Who did it? Which one of those snotty little brats recorded me? Tell me.
I'm not telling you.
Just tell me.
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change what's going to happen to you. They may have broken a school rule by bringing their phone to class, but they did it to save a friend from a tyrant of a teacher. They're not going to get in trouble for this. Even if you don't understand that now, you will soon. Talk to you later.
Hey, wait. Don't try to run from me. I asked you who recorded me. Hey! Elisa, I feel bad about how I treated Cole. I'm sorry. It looks like I might be losing my job. I should never have tried to use my students to get back at you. Is there any way I can apologize to Cole for what I did? I was told that if you and Cole were willing to forgive me, they might let me keep my job. I'm begging you. Please give me a chance to apologize to both of you.
I thought I told you never to contact me again. If you want to contact me, you have to do it through your lawyer. Otherwise, I'm going to inform the school. I'll never forgive you for turning your whole class on my son, and scaring and threatening all those kids to keep their mouths shut about it. I think it's terrible that people like you can even get those kinds of jobs. I'm never letting you speak to my son again.
But I had a good reason for all this. It's because I love you, Elisa. You broke my heart when you married that loser of a man. He's a high school dropout. I was planning on marrying you. I knew I could make you happy. But you turned me down when I proposed to you. My life has been hell ever since.
Is that so? I understand.
You understand? I knew you would. So this means you're going to give me another chance?
I mean, I understand now that you're a worthless human being and that you'll never change. We never even dated. Why did you think you could propose to someone who you never even dated? Don't ever contact me again. You make me sick.
Huh? This whole incident was your fault.
Excuse me?
If you hadn't shown up in my life again, none of this ever would have happened. But you had to move back to this town and enroll your kid in the school I worked at. And worse yet, you had him put in my class. You brought all this on yourself. Why can't you see that it's your own fault?
You're gonna try to blame all this on me? I grew up in this town too. My family is here. I have every right to live here. And I never had my son put in your class. You just happened to teach his grade, and the school placed him in there. It wasn't my decision. And if you've got a problem with how the school or the board makes decisions, why don't you take that up with them? If you didn't want my son in your class, you could have pulled some strings. I thought you said you had someone who's always got your back. Did you forget something? Your uncle works for the Board of Education. During the time Cole was refusing to go to school, I got a call from the mom of one of Cole's classmates. She told me that she heard that Cole's teacher, Mr. Reyes, really hated Cole and was picking on him. She said her child even told her that their teacher was getting angry at them if they even spoke to Cole, and that he was threatening them, telling them not to tell anyone about it. After calling a few other mothers and having them talk to their kids about this, I found out very quickly that it was more serious than I had first thought. Even still, there wasn't much I could do about it at that time. We had a lot of students willing to speak up about it, but we didn't have any hard evidence to bring to the school board. That's when one of Cole's friends offered to try sneaking their smartphone into class and record Mr. Reyes threatening them and telling them not to speak to my son. Everyone was really scared about what Mr. Reyes might do if he caught the student recording them. But Cole's friends were really brave and worked together to keep it a secret. They brought up the topic of Cole, and as soon as they did, Mr. Reyes snapped. They were able to get everything he said recorded without him noticing they were doing it. I was so moved that so many people were willing to help out my son. When I found out we had gotten the evidence we needed, I immediately told my son. He was so relieved, and he told me all the mean things his teacher had been saying to him this whole time. After I took the evidence to the school and to the Board of Education, Mr. Reyes was fired from his position and won't be allowed to work as a teacher ever again. By the way, Mr. Reyes' uncle really did work for the Board of Education, but he was the person most outraged by what Mr. Reyes had done. In fact, it was Mr. Reyes' uncle who lobbied the hardest to have Mr. Reyes fired. I've got to say, that man really does have a good head on his shoulders. I'm surprised he's even related to Mr. Reyes. Now that Mr. Reyes isn't teaching anymore, my son is back in school. I was a little nervous that Mr. Reyes, Dylan, might come back and try getting even with me again. My husband and I were even considering moving, or having my son change schools or something. But Cole said he's got lots of close friends at this school, and he wants to stay here and graduate with them. After seeing firsthand just how great his friends really are, and how they handled the situation for my son, I figured it would be best to stay here, surrounded by people who care. One other little thing about that. Not long after the whole incident got settled, my son came home with his first girlfriend. She was actually the student who had risked sneaking her smartphone into class to try to get the recording to help Cole. I wonder if maybe she was the real reason Cole told me he didn't want to change schools.
Hey, Amy. You guys have a really huge plot of land, right? It's okay if I use some of it to park my car, right? Actually, I've already parked my car on your land. Thanks so much for the help. Wait, what? Mina, I thought I told you not to do that. It's not okay for you to park your car on our land. I didn't give you any permission to do that. I really need you to move your car elsewhere as soon as possible. Why are you being so selfish? I'm just asking for a tiny favor as a friend. Do you know how expensive parking is in this area? If I park on your land, it's completely free. That might be the case, but I didn't give you any permission. I'm sorry, but we can't lend you any of our land to park your car. I'm not doing anything wrong. Why won't you let me leave my car there? I'm really sorry, but I can't allow you to park your car there. We need that plot of land to be empty for when we really need to use that space. Why are you being so mean to me? I thought that we were fellow mom friends. It doesn't matter if we're friends or not. Would you please just move your car? If you're not going to let me park here, I'm going to tell my kids to ignore your kids. Wait, what? They have nothing to do with this. If we can't get along well, then I don't want my kids to be hanging out with your kids. Your kids must be so selfish, just like you are. That's crazy. Don't get our children involved in this. You do know that most of the moms in the area like me a lot more than you. If you're not careful, I'm going to tell all of them to ignore your family. It's going to be so fun watching your kids get bullied at school.
Hey, Dad. What's the matter? I wasn't expecting to get a message from you. Are you in some trouble? How can I help?
Yeah, I'm having some trouble. It's about our plot of land.
Are you okay? Would you be able to explain to me what's happening? Is it trespassers again? Or are people using our land as a campsite again?
Actually, it's not that big of a problem. It's just that one of my mom friends is using a part of our land as her personal parking spot.
Is she really your friend?
Well, kind of. She tells me she wants to park there so she doesn't have to pay any parking fees. I keep telling her to stop. I told her that I didn't give her permission, but she won't listen. Now she's threatening me by saying that she'll make all the other local kids ignore my children. I thought I should maybe just listen to her and let her park there for free. I don't want to cause any trouble for the kids.
No, you can't just let her do what she wants. If you don't stop her now, she's just going to keep asking you for more and more. Her demands are never going to stop. How about we make a fence around the land so she can't get in?
That's actually a great idea. I didn't think about putting up a fence.
I'm pretty sure that putting up a fence would discourage her from parking her car there.
Yeah, that's so true. Thanks so much. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, let me know if you need any help with it.
What the hell is going on? Why is there a fence around your land now?
I had to put the fence up to prevent people from using our land without permission.
Wait, did you put up the fence to stop me using it as a parking spot? That's so funny! It was kind of pointless, though.
Wait, what?
You have such a big piece of land. Just let me use a tiny portion of it to park my car. We're friends, aren't we? I smashed down some of the fence so that I could park there again. I need to leave my car here for around 1 week this time. Thanks so much as always.
You broke the fence? You can't do that! You're not getting away with this.
It's way too late. I've already parked my car there and I don't want to move it. Also, you should never have even put the fence up in the first place. It was just a waste of time. If you hadn't put the fence up, your car wouldn't have had to get damaged either. What a shame.
What are you talking about?
When I tried to break the fence, I went too fast and crashed into the car inside the fence. It's kind of ruined. My car was completely fine, though.
Are you serious? Did you really damage the car that was parked inside the fence?
Yeah, it looked pretty bad, actually. I drive a huge Jeep, so your car was completely crushed. It was like a scene from an action movie. I wish someone was there to film me.
How could you do such a thing? That car is so expensive. I'm going to need you to pay for the repairs.
Yeah, whatever. There's no way that car is expensive. I know it's a cheap second-hand car. It was probably about to break down anyway, so I'm not paying for the repairs. Why should I bother repairing a piece of junk? Also, this only happened because you decided to build a stupid fence to begin with.
Do you really think that you can just get away with this? You trespassed on the land that I own and broke the car that was parked inside. Everything that you did is a crime.
Stop making such a huge deal out of this. That car was a piece of junk anyway. You should have just let me borrow your land because we're friends. I've got to get going now. Goodbye.
Wait, you can't just leave. We have to talk this out properly.
Sorry, but I don't have the time to be talking to you. I'm going on vacation for a week, like I said. I'm going to leave my car there for a week, so please make sure nothing happens to it.
I can't believe it. Our kids go to the same school, so I wanted to solve this peacefully between us. I guess that's not going to be possible with you.
Yeah, I don't plan on discussing any of this with you. You just need to let me park there and the problem is solved.
Okay, that's it. I give up trying to talk to you.
You give up? Does that mean you're finally giving me permission to use your land for free? Thanks so much. I guess that means you finally let me win this battle. I'll make sure to buy you a souvenir as a way to show how grateful I am. See you in a week! Hey, I'm back! This is some kind of joke, right? I didn't expect to come back and see this.
What are you talking about?
You surrounded my car with tons of other cars so that I can't get out, right?
So you finally decided to come and get your car. You saw what's happening, right? Your car is stuck there for now.
Actually, I managed to get it out by smashing the other cars in the way.
Are you serious?
Of course I am! How else was I supposed to get my car out of there? I just ran over and crushed the other cars like I did to your fence the other day. I told you that my car was a huge Jeep, right? I love the power. It was so satisfying running over all those other pieces of junk. I think I crushed like 10 other cars.
I wonder how much longer you're going to be feeling satisfied for.
Why is that? Are you planning on asking me to pay for the repairs again? That's not going to be possible because the other cars were pieces of junk. They have no value in the first place, so I can't pay anything. It was your fault that you put them in the way of my car in the first place.
Can you really say the same thing to the actual owners of those cars?
Wait, what are you trying to say? You gathered all those cars there just to annoy me, right?
I didn't gather any of those cars.
Then whose vehicles were they? That spot is a parking lot for customers. All those cars you crushed were the property of the customers who were using that parking lot. You were being selfish and parking your car in the middle of that parking lot. That's why I kept asking you to move your car. That can't be true. Are you telling me that all those cars that I crushed belonged to people? Yeah. Each one belongs to a different customer. Why didn't you tell me that before I crushed them? I wouldn't have done what I did if you had told me about it. Why should I have to tell you about it? You parked there without my permission and decided to come and get the car when it was convenient for you. How was I meant to know when you were coming to get your car? I thought I told you that I was going on vacation for a week. You should have known that I was coming back today. This is all your fault and your responsibility. Why would it be my responsibility? I never gave you the permission to park there. What are you talking about? You said that I could do whatever I wanted to do with the land. I never said anything like that. You barely even gave me a chance to say anything. You kept on sending texts until you were satisfied and then just left. I didn't give you any permission to park there. You're being so unfair. You can't be telling me this after the accident happened. The land is your property anyway. You need to take responsibility for any accidents that happen on your land. I really have nothing to do with this because I don't own any of that land. I've got to get going now. I need to unpack for my lovely vacation. Wait, you can't just leave. We haven't solved anything. We need to talk this out.
Hello, and nice to meet you. Is this Mina's number?
Yeah, it is. Who is this? Why are you texting me so early in the morning? Isn't it a little rude?
Maybe it is, but you seem to be pretty rude as well. I am Amy's father.
Wait, what? Why the hell are you contacting me, you creep? You must be contacting me about the car accident that happened yesterday.
Yes, that's what I want to talk to you about. Although I wouldn't call it an accident. I was planning to come and talk to you about it yesterday night, but I thought that it would be a little rude. I wouldn't want to scare your children after all. That's why I decided to wait till the morning to contact you.
I see. It's pointless trying to talk to me about it, though.
Why would it be pointless?
I have nothing to do with the plot of land. I really don't care about any accidents that happened there. I left Amy to deal with that accident, and she is going to be taking all responsibility for what happened there.
Are you sure you have nothing to do with it? The drive recorder on my car has recorded footage of you crushing over 20 cars in that parking lot. I filed a police report and gave them all the video evidence that we had of you destroying those cars. I'm sure that they will be getting in contact with you soon. I am going to be demanding that you pay everyone the fees to fix their cars.
Wait, hold on a minute. Did you really get the police involved? This all happened on a private piece of land.
That doesn't matter. I still reported you to the police.
Stop lying to me like that. I know that you're just bluffing. I can't believe both you and your daughter are so immoral.
That's it. I've had enough of you already.
Why are you getting so mad?
The incident may have happened on our piece of land. However, it only happened because you trespassed onto our land. That in itself is a crime.
What are you talking about? Me going into your land isn't a crime. I'm her friend, you know.
You also decided to break our car while trespassing in our property. That is an even heavier crime.
Whatever. Stop making up all these crimes that don't exist. Is your brain really okay? You must be pretty old, right? I'd recommend that you go to a hospital to get it checked.
You really don't want to admit you're at fault, do you? You're the one that needs to get a mental health check. It's already confirmed that you're going to have to pay for all the repair fees.
Wait, what? I don't have any money to pay for any repairs. Are you stupid? How am I meant to pay for something if I don't have the money? Even the police can't force me to pay for something that I don't have the money for.
Maybe the police can't. I'm sure that we can force you to pay us back. We've got people for that, you know. Enforcers.
What are you saying? Are you in a gang?
My daughter doesn't think too well of my occupation. She doesn't want her kids to know what I do. But it is what it is. The only reason she has such a big plot of land is because I'm the leader of Arrow Brotherhood.
You're the leader? You're joking, right?
You really think I'm joking? I can prove it to you if you'd like. Do you have any pets?
No, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to prove anything to me.
We've grown so big that we need over 30 cars to travel around. If we all decided to park in the same parking lot, it wouldn't be fair for the locals. That's why we needed that plot of land.
This can't be happening to me. Was I really parking my car in a parking lot for gang members? Were all those cars that I destroyed property of your gang?
So you're finally starting to understand what you've done.
I can't believe what I've done. I really didn't know about any of this.
It doesn't matter if you knew or not. You're not going to get away with this.
Please, don't do anything to me.
You've managed to cause a lot of trouble and stress for my daughter. I can't believe that you also tried to involve my grandchildren in this mess. I'm going to make you pay for all the cars that you damaged. There's no point running away from us. We're going to chase you down till the depths of hell if you try to run. We're going to make you pay no matter what. Don't you dare look down on our gang.
I can't believe what I've done.
What do you want from me? Why did you call me so many times?
You finally replied to me. Why didn't you pick up earlier?
What do you want from me this time?
I want to apologize to you. I'm so sorry about what happened.
Wait, what?
I really didn't know that your father was the leader of a gang. I really had no idea.
Oh, so you heard from him.
I just received a text from him demanding that I pay him $7 million. He's threatening me to pay this ridiculous amount of money. Would you please help me out? There's no way I can pay that.
Why should I help you? I was the one that asked him to do this.
Wait, you asked him to do this?
I had to, because you wouldn't listen to anything that I said. I told you so many times that you couldn't park your car there. You ignored me and kept parking your car there. You damaged my car and so many of our cars on top of that. You also threatened me by saying that you would make all the local kids bully my children. I asked him to help me out because you wouldn't listen to me.
I promise that I'll listen to you from now on. I'll apologize to you for everything that I've done. Would you please not get the gang involved? And please don't report me to the police either.
It's too late for that already.
If my husband finds out about this, he's going to divorce me. He's also going to take my kids for sure, too.
That's what you're the most worried about? I think you deserve to get divorced the moment you trespassed into my property. That's not a normal thing to do. It's a crime, and I'm sure your husband would be very angry if he knew about it.
That's because I didn't know it was a crime. I just can't get divorced right now. I'll have no one that I can depend on if he leaves me.
You also intentionally damaged my father's property and vehicles. That makes your crime even worse, and you're probably going to get arrested for it. I hope you learn your lesson in prison.
Please, would you keep this between us? I'm begging you. I'll listen to anything that you tell me to do. I just don't want my family to abandon me. I don't earn any money and I can't make a living by myself. I'm not able to pay the money that I owe your father. Please convince him to forgive me.
You really are a rotten person. You need to take responsibility for your actions. People like you need to be punished or you'll never learn. Do you not realize how irresponsible your actions were? Actually, it was absolutely insane what you did. You need to be punished. I hope you learn a valuable lesson in prison and come out a better person.
No! This can't be happening to me!
Mina's husband found out about everything that she had done the very next day. He got absolutely furious at her and demanded that they get divorced. He also kicked her out of their house immediately. She actually decided to turn herself into the police, as she was more scared of my father's gang that was looking for her. She asked the police to protect her from them. I think that she preferred to be punished by the law than be punished by the gang. Even though she's going to prison, she still owes my father a huge amount of money. All of her friends and relatives didn't want to get involved in her troubles, so they all decided to cut ties with her and ignore her completely. Now she has a very lonely future ahead of her. Once she gets released, she is going to have to work for the rest of her life to pay off the $7 million that she owes. If only she had listened to me and found a parking spot elsewhere. What a stupid way to completely ruin her life.
Hey, Rachel! Remember me? I hope you haven't deleted my number.
Amy! No, of course I haven't. Don't be silly. How have you been? It's so good to hear from you.
Yeah, I've been good. How about you? And it's good to know that you haven't blocked me.
I was wondering what you'd been up to recently. How are things going?
Oh, I'm super busy. Actually, I have something I want to tell you.
Oh, what is it? Tell me.
I'm engaged! Whoop!
Oh, wow. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Are you surprised? Like, really surprised?
Well, yeah, of course. Anyone would be surprised if their friend from high school got engaged, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it someone from our high school then? That guy you were dating back then?
I don't remember which guy you're talking about. There were too many. JK. Plus, there's been a few guys I've dated since then till now. Gosh, I sound so bad, don't I? But you know what I mean.
Well, I'm glad to know that you've been getting a lot of attention from guys.
Well, not to sound big-headed, but compared to high school, I'm definitely getting more attention now. Especially since I started college. I think that was the turning point for me.
Yeah, I've seen your posts on Instagram, actually. You definitely have changed a lot. You look totally different now. Almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, I guess I'm not like you.
Huh?
I just meant that I don't look as emo as I used to.
What? But I never looked emo. Did I?
Oh, trust me, you did. Anyway, never mind. I sure hope you'll find someone nice one day soon, too, by the way. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, maybe one day. Anyway, never mind me. Let's talk more about you. So, tell me, who's the lucky guy? What does he look like? Is he nice? Does he treat you well? Knowing how you have high standards, I'm sure he must be a good catch.
You got that right, for sure. Oh, Rachel, he's simply the best. I love him so much. Okay, so of course he's super handsome. And he works in publishing. He's quite high up in management or something. I'm not exactly sure what he does, but he definitely puts me first regardless of how busy he is at work.
Oh, that sounds nice.
He's financially stable, too. You know how I've always wanted to be a stay-at-home wife, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, it looks like my dream came true.
Well, that's definitely nice to hear that you got what you've always wanted.
Yep.
Are you going to quit your job, by the way?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I only work on contract, and it's not like I love my job or anything. I've never been passionate about work, so yeah, I'm going to quit.
Oh, right. Well, that sounds like a good idea then.
Yeah, I'm so excited about not having to work now.
Oh, wait. Does that mean you quit already?
Well, I've handed in my notice. I'll officially be done at the end of this month.
Oh, nice. That's so soon. Well, anyway, congrats to you being a stay-at-home mom. Woohoo!
That sounds a bit sarcastic.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it in a nice way. Come on. You should know that I only have good intentions for you. And of course I'm happy for you. Why wouldn't I be?
I hope that you don't think you're superior to me since you've got a job that you love or anything like that. Do you? Do you think that you're better than me?
What? Do you actually think that I think I'm better than you?
Well, you sounded like it.
No way! I never said that! Okay, this is getting a bit awkward.
Well, you better not be thinking like that.
What? No, I truly am happy for you. Trust me.
Just because you have a career, you still don't have a husband to take care of you, you know.
Right. I know that. Look, Amy. Sorry if that came across the wrong way.
What are you even doing nowadays anyway? Do you even have a good job that pays so well that you think you can look down on me?
Amy! Honestly, I'm telling you, there's a huge misunderstanding here. I think being a stay-at-home mom is great. It's gotta be hard work too, I'm sure.
See? There you go again. Stop patronizing me just because I can do what I want.
I'm not, though.
I mean, let's talk about you for a second. Don't tell me that you're still writing and trying to make a name for yourself. Are you? I mean, I'm still writing, yes. For real? I was just joking. I can't believe you're still writing random stories trying to get famous. You're crazy. Well, I'm not trying to become famous. That's not my end goal here. And what's wrong with writing? I love it. Are you maybe the one belittling me and my job now? 'Cause that's what it sounds like from over here. Gosh, you really haven't changed, have you? As if you'll ever get a book published. Dream on, girl. You're almost 30. You need to start thinking realistically and stop dreaming. I'm telling you, us women, we don't have much time on our hands. Marriage, giving birth, raising kids. All of that's going to take so much time and effort. You better start early. Better late than never, right? Right. Well, that's a bit harsh. You only just got engaged. You don't have kids or anything, so I don't think you're one to talk here. Well, not yet. But at least I have a fiancé now, whereas you don't. So what? Look, you've always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I've always wanted to be an author. We're both doing what we love, so why can't you leave it at that? Wait, are you still wearing those lame, ugly-looking glasses? What does that have to do with anything we're talking about now? And it's not like my eyesight magically got better in the span of a few years since high school either, you know. Yeah, but there's always laser eye surgery. Contact lenses. Wearing more fashionable glasses. There's plenty of ways to improve the way you look. What are you trying to say? Well, you know. I think between the two of us, you're the one that's belittling me here. Well, I just wanted to see if you had changed at all, really. It would have been nice to see us both do better in life, wouldn't it? What? Just because you look different now and you're engaged, that doesn't mean you're doing better in life than me, you know. How can you measure the quality of someone's life based on the way they look anyway? That's nonsense. Well, at least I've changed for the better. Yeah, well done. You really have changed, huh? I don't recognize you anymore. Right? I love it! I'm so different now. When you see me in person, trust me, your jaw is going to drop. You won't be able to hide how jealous you are. Jealous of what? Of me, of course. I can't wait to see the look on your face. Well, when I said you've changed, I wasn't really talking about the way you look so much as your personality. I wanted to point out how you never used to be this rude to people. You had more empathy and respect towards people back then. Excuse me? Are you trying to tell me how to act around other people? Are you trying to tell me what to do? Am I? Read my messages again because I don't think I was. Well, either way, you're way early to be doing any of that. Come and talk to me once you've done something more with your life than write stories. Then, and only then, can you tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing with my life? Fine. I haven't changed. You have. Happy now? It's important to know where you stand in life, right? Whatever, Amy. Congrats on your engagement then. See ya. Yep. Oh, I'm still inviting you to the wedding, so feel free to come if you have nothing better to do. Who knows? You might meet your Prince Charming there. Although I highly doubt it. Unless you upgrade the way you look. I'll let you know if I decide to go or not later then. You should be receiving an invite soon because I mailed them out the other day. You better make it, since I've gone out of my way to invite you. Only my high school friends get special invites. Okay then. I'll try. Thanks.
Hi, Rachel. Just wanted to say thanks for your submission today. And also, I'm still in shock about how you happen to know Amy. That's such a coincidence. We really do live in a small world, don't we?
Yeah, I've known Amy since high school and we used to be such good friends. We knew everything about each other. But I guess at some point we grew apart. She's changed a lot, too. I guess for the better.
Yeah, I had no idea that you guys go way back to high school. Funny how she never really mentioned you before. Like, at all. I don't even think she knows who you are. If she did, then she'd be the first to be bragging about how I work with you to everyone.
I guess. I've always preferred to either use my pseudonym or stay anonymous. I'm not really one to flaunt my accomplishments to people around me either. It's probably for the better that she doesn't know anything. If you could still keep this quiet and not tell Amy, that would be great too, actually.
Really? You don't want her to know who you really are?
Yeah.
But don't you think she'd be happy to know?
Well, like I said, she's changed a bit. I'm not so sure if she'd be happy to hear anything about me, really.
Oh, I thought you said you guys were really good friends.
Well, yes, we were.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Well, that's a bit disappointing. I think it'd be fine if she knew who I work for, you know?
Well, look. It's a bit like me asking you to keep a secret from your wife, but I in no way would want to do that to you. So, how about this? I'll tell her myself at the wedding. What do you think? That'll be a good time for me to tell her what I do while catching up and all.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Then if you could keep this between me and you until then, I'd really appreciate that.
Okay. Sounds fair enough. I'm sure she'll be really happy to know who you are.
Yeah, let's hope so. Hey, Amy. So I'm at the entrance of the church and I can't seem to get in. Apparently my name isn't listed on the guest list. Could you have a word with the staff? Or let me know what I should do here? Well, of course they won't let you in. There's no room for you here. What do you mean? I'm here already. I'm literally standing by the gates watching everyone else go inside. Did you actually think you were going to come? What do you mean? We talked about it before, didn't we? And besides, you sent me an invitation. Of course I expected myself to go. What was the invitation for then? Well, I told you that only my high school friends get special invites. Right. Then why am I out here? Oh! Wait. You didn't get the memo. You mean, do you actually think that you're my high school friend? I meant it when I said only my high school friends. But didn't you say that I was one of your closest friends before? Did I? Well, maybe. But that must have been years ago. Things have changed, haven't they? Oh, wait. I forgot how you were practically stuck in time. Nothing has changed since high school for you, has it? Right. So, what do you expect me to do here? Well, first, I want you to accept and acknowledge the fact that you are still ugly and I've blossomed into a beautiful swan, which means we can't possibly be seen together. Then, I want you to turn around and leave. You're hilarious. Do you know that? Why did you invite me in the first place if you didn't plan on actually having me sit at your wedding? Oh, simply because I thought it would be funny. I mean, an ugly duckling trying to get a glimpse of the beautiful princess's wedding with her Prince Charming. Of course that's never going to happen. That kind of thing doesn't even happen in fairy tales. So I thought it'd be so funny to watch you come here, then leave. Wow. Are you actually doing this to me? Did you actually say that to me just now? Yep. You should have never even bothered texting me then. What's wrong with you? Really? What is actually wrong with you? It was funny watching you cling on to me like a clingy friend who's never had a real friend before. It was good while it lasted. Excuse me? I never really thought of you as a friend, Rachel, let alone a best friend. You're so ugly, no one will ever believe we're friends anyway. They'll all wonder what I'm doing with a loser like you. Huh. So, that's what you think of me? I see. Yep. Well, if you're done here, then go away now. Shoo! Go home! Okay, then. You know what? I will. I've wasted more than enough time here. I hope you don't regret this.
Regret this? You're hilarious. Don't you worry about me.
Don't come crying to me.
You've got to be joking. As if.
Okay, well then. See ya. Have a nice life then. Why do I have more than 200 missed calls from you? That's incredibly creepy, Amy. What's wrong with you?
Sorry, Rachel. So sorry. Could you please call me back? I have something I really need to tell you.
Something you have to tell me? Like what? I thought we were done here.
Well, I know we had that disagreement earlier, but could you please come back to the wedding? Please? You should still be close by, right?
Oh, that's funny. Are you asking me to go back to your wedding now? Give me one good reason why I should go back when I already got rejected and embarrassed myself in front of so many other people walking in.
No, please. This is all a big mistake. Come on. We're best friends, right?
Excuse me? Have you lost your memory or something? Do you remember what you said literally 10 minutes ago? All that crap you said to me?
Well, yes, but...
But what? Just scroll up in our chat combo if you can't remember.
Okay, but just come on. Please, come here. I'm going to be in so much trouble if you're not here.
Trouble? Trouble with what? Don't tell me that you're in trouble with Jack.
Wait, how did you know?
Well, it's not hard to figure that one out, is it?
I had no idea you guys worked together, okay? Had I known, I wouldn't have said all of the things I said to you.
Well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it?
Oh no. What did I do? I wish I could take it all back. I really do.
Well, you've already said some harsh things to me that will probably be hard to take back at this point. You outright belittled me and my writing. Didn't you call me a loser as well? And bragged on about how you've changed and how I hadn't? The, oh, look at me, I'm a whole new person shenanigan.
Well, I'm sorry.
I've never said anything that rude to you. But you were the one who took everything the wrong way and misunderstood the entire situation. You're unbelievable. That attitude. And what you said to me. I can never look at you in the same way again. So, in fact, I'm glad that you uninvited me to your wedding and that we're no longer friends. I'm so done with you.
No, but wait. I really didn't mean everything I said, though.
Well, you would say that now, wouldn't you?
I honestly didn't know how successful you were now. Honestly, I had no idea.
Well, listen, I've sold millions of books. I've been on the New York Times bestseller list for weeks. Thank you very much.
Right.
And you know what?
What?
It's all thanks to Jack. I owe him so much for all the work he's done for me. If it weren't for him and him doing his job so well, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And that's why I wanted to thank him in person and give a speech so everyone knew how great he is at the wedding, and how happy I was for him to have found someone to marry. But geez, I feel nothing but pity for him now. I feel sorry that he's going to have to spend the rest of his life with a selfish bully like you.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Well, you can keep listening because I have so much more to say here. You know Jack's promotion? Well, just in case you didn't know, he got that because of me. I was the one who pushed for him to get a raise and be in a higher position at the company.
What? Really?
You bet. Him and I have a good business relationship, you know. We probably have a better relationship than you and I ever did in high school.
Oh. I really had no idea, Rachel. But why didn't you tell me this before? You had plenty of opportunities to tell me who you were and how Jack works with you. It's so unfair that you hid this from me.
What's so unfair about it? Why should I tell you anything about my work life? And besides, you never took an interest in my life because all you ever wanted to talk about was you. You, and you.
Look, I honestly don't know how much more I can say sorry to you. Please don't be like this. Jack is super mad at me. I've never seen him get this worked up before. Please, can you come back here and talk to him?
Go back? You never even let me inside to begin with.
Well, I'll let you in, of course. Of course I will. Don't worry about that.
Jeez, listen to yourself. You're nice just when it suits you, huh? I hope he sees you for who you really are and reconsiders his engagement to you.
What do you mean?
Well, he's clearly making the wrong choice in getting married to someone like you, isn't he? So I hope he realizes that before it's too late. You're so materialistic and fake and just full of lies. Your entire life is full of lies. I hope he knows that.
Well, thanks for not telling him the entire truth about me.
Oh, it's too late for that now, too, you know.
What? What do you mean? What did you just say?
Oh, he knows about you, Amy. I told him everything.
Wait. What? You mean?
Yep, that's right.
No! No, you didn't. Please tell me that you didn't tell him about that.
Well, I did. He ought to know everything about you. I did it to protect him.
No, you didn't. Why? Why did you have to tell him my deepest secrets?
Don't you think he has a right to know?
No!
I mean, I'm not usually one to spill people's secrets. But I guess with you, it doesn't matter because we're no longer friends. Right?
No. I can't believe he knows.
Oh well.
No! OMG! Look. Okay, look. I still need you to come and talk to him. He's not talking to me anymore. I need you to help me talk to him again. Tell him that this is all a huge misunderstanding. Please. You're the only one I can ask. And you're the only real friend I have who can help me. You've known me since high school, and you know who I really am deep down. Please.
What do I care? You've completely changed, and I don't like who you've become.
But please, I'm begging you.
Oh, and let me give you one word of advice. If you're going to go for another plastic surgery, then you should get your entire personality changed instead. Because it looks like your looks aren't getting you anywhere. No matter how much Amy begged me to help her talk to Jack, I never did. Jack decided to call off his engagement once he found out the whole truth about Amy. And trust me, he's happy about it. So now Amy doesn't have a job or a fiancé, and she's certainly lost what could have been a good friendship with me. But I guess that's the price you have to pay for being a self-absorbed, superficial, and spiteful person.
Hi, Scarlett. I'd like to ask you about something. Is now a good time?
Oh, hi, Everly. You want to ask me about something? Sure. I just finished school. What do you want to ask me about?
Well, your father and I are going to have a wedding. How do you feel about that?
A wedding? That's great. What do you mean, how do I feel? I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank you, Scarlett. I wasn't sure how you would feel about us making it a public event, you know? I know you must miss your mom, so Wilson and I just did the paperwork, but we want to have a special day to remember our marriage.
Of course. I miss my mom, but we need to move on at some point. You know, I'm glad Dad found you. I understand it must be complicated being with someone who has a kid. I'm just glad you stuck with Dad despite the fact that he has a teenager.
Oh, hush, you're a great kid. I couldn't have wished for a better stepkid.
Thank you, Everly. So, when's the big day? Next year on your 1-year anniversary?
The wedding? We're thinking of having it in a few months on my birthday.
That's a nice idea. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. Have you chosen your dress yet?
Not quite. There's so many styles to choose from. I'm not sure if I want to go classic or bohemian for the theme.
I guess you're going to have to look through color palettes and wedding magazines before you can choose your bridesmaids' dresses and such.
I've narrowed it down quite a bit. I've got to choose by this weekend so I can let the wedding party know what colors to wear.
Oh, yeah. Please let me know the colors. I know I'm no bridesmaid, but I'd like to match in the pictures. I haven't gotten a real dress since 8th grade graduation. This is really exciting.
Oh, that's the other thing. I was hoping that you'd be absent that day.
Be absent from the wedding? What do you mean? You don't want me to come to the wedding?
It's not that I don't want you to come. It's just that it's Wilson and my special day.
I understand it's a special day for you and my father, but that's the point. I'm his daughter. Shouldn't I be at the wedding?
I hear what you're saying, but we just preferred if you'd stay home for that day. For us?
But I don't understand. I want to be there on your special day. Well, the thing is that weddings are a celebration of love, right? A love between a man and a woman. Uh-huh.
And when a man and a woman love each other, they express that love physically.
Hold on, I'm 16. I know, Everly. What are you getting at? Without getting too graphic about it, please.
It's the kiss, Scarlett. You know it's awkward for us to kiss in front of you. I'm sure Wilson feels the same way. We'd just like one day to be free to express ourselves, okay? So we'd appreciate it if you just give us our space that day.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, how about this? I'll just cover my eyes while you lovebirds make out. Kissing in front of me isn't a big deal, but if you guys feel uncomfortable, I just won't look.
That's not going to help. We'll still know you're there. You have to understand it's just weird having your groom's teenage daughter there when you're kissing him.
Okay, what if I just left the room for that bit? I can excuse myself and go to the washroom. Kind of weird, but there's no problem. I can help set up the rice shower or something.
Scarlett, listen to me.
I'm listening. Do you have a new idea?
You want me to come up with an idea so you can attend the wedding after everything I just said?
Well, yeah, it seems like a solvable problem, don't you think? We just need to find a way for you and Dad to feel comfortable kissing at your wedding.
What? No, are you dumb?
Huh? What's going on? Are you all right?
Scarlett, I really thought you were smarter than this. You really don't understand what I'm telling you.
Everly, why are you being like this? I don't get it.
Obviously, you clueless little airhead. I don't want you at the wedding. Get it? Jeez, I didn't think you were such a moron. You pretend to be such a smart, well-behaved girl. Oh, what a disappointment.
Everly, did I do something? I really don't understand what I did for you to be like this.
Just make up some excuse you can miss the wedding. I'm sure you can make up something believable, right, smarty pants? Hello, Scarlett. How are you doing, dear? It's been a while. Do you remember me? It's Mary, Everly's mother.
Hi, Mary. Of course I remember you. I'm doing well, thank you.
It's been some time since we met, hasn't it? I've been thinking of you. We should get together again sometime soon.
That sounds really nice. It has been 3 months since we met at the engagement dinner they had. I really enjoyed our talk that day.
I had a wonderful time too, but I actually wanted to talk to you about something else. That's why I messaged you.
Oh, that's right. How did you get my contact information?
I copied your information off of Everly's phone. I didn't want to ask her for it.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk to me about?
Has Everly told you about the wedding? She seems over the moon about it.
The wedding, of course, yes. She told me she's planning it on her birthday. I'm so happy for Everly and my dad.
It sounds like she's going to be quite the bridezilla. She hasn't asked anything too much of you, has she? Like asking you not to attend. Of course you're attending your father's wedding.
Actually, I don't think I can. Unfortunately, the date is right in the middle of exam week. I need to keep my grades up if I want to go to university, so I'm going to have to stay home and study.
Scarlett, are you really going to miss the wedding over some exams?
Well, yes. I need to be a responsible student.
So the wedding day is in the middle of exams. How unfortunate.
Yeah, I wish I could go.
Even though it's on a Sunday. Scarlett, you can talk to me about this. You're my family now.
I can't go. That's all. I really wish I could, but I can't.
Because Everly told you not to come?
What? How did you know?
Oh dear. So it's true. I was hoping she was just venting. Well,
Mary, what did Everly say to you? Do you know why she doesn't want me to come to the wedding? I don't really know what I did wrong, but she just suddenly changed her tone with me and became really mean.
it's not what she said to me, honey. I overheard her talking to a friend of hers, but I really don't want to hurt your feelings. She said she got rid of the stupid brat, so her wedding was going to be awesome.
She called me a stupid brat?
Amongst other things, but I'm sure she's just full of adrenaline planning her wedding. She doesn't actually mean it.
It's okay, I understand. Who wants to marry a widower with a teenage girl? That's a lot of baggage. I mean, in most fairy tales, the stepmother hates the stepkids. I guess it's pretty understandable.
Don't talk like that, Scarlet. That is not how family treats each other. Everly chose to marry your father, and you're part of that family. You don't need to feel pushed aside because you're her stepdaughter. Everly needs to learn her role as a mother.
It's alright, I'm 16. She probably doesn't feel comfortable around me because of her age. She's only 29, so...
Scarlet, listen to yourself. You're a 16-year-old. You don't need to be so understanding about the selfish adults in your life. You do what you want. You have every right to. Just go to the wedding.
But Everly isn't going to be happy about that. I don't think I should.
Honey, you wear your head with kid stuff. School, boys, what you want to do over summer break. Don't worry about this grown-up stuff. Just come to the wedding. You leave the rest to me.
Are you sure?
Yes, dear, don't worry about a thing. You're going to regret it if you miss your father wearing a tuxedo.
Yeah, it's going to be a big change from his dirty coveralls.
So you're coming? Good, I'll see you there.
Scarlet! What do you think you're doing? Why are you here at my wedding venue? I thought I told you to stay home. Everly, I just really wanted to celebrate your marriage together. I thought I'd just pop in for the ceremony. What? You stupid, stupid child. I told you to make up some excuse. Don't you know the first rule about weddings? What the bride says goes. I can't believe you'd show up knowing my wishes. What were you thinking? It's my father's wedding, so as his daughter, I thought it would be appropriate to stop by with a small gift and... You have no idea how dumb you are. You just couldn't listen. All I wanted was for you to stay away on my special day, and you wouldn't do it. You know, I was only being nice to you so I could marry Wilson. That's all I wanted, Wilson. You're just an inconvenience that came attached, all right? The thing is, I was still gonna stick it out. You're graduating in 2 years, so I was gonna play mommy for you until you get out. But this is it. I don't want some rebellious teen ruining my honeymoon phase. I'm kicking you out after the wedding. Huh? Wait, Everly, just calm down. I'm so confused. Are you friggin' dumb? You're ruining my time with my husband. I was gonna tolerate you, but turns out you're intolerable. So I'm getting rid of you. Someone's gotta adopt you, right? Adopt me? Are you crazy? You can't do that to me. You think my dad's just gonna let you kick me out like that?
Your dad? You think Wilson's gonna be on your side? You obviously have no idea what's going on here. Wilson is in love with me. I've got him under my spell, if you know what I mean. He'd do anything for me.
He's not gonna put me up for adoption, though. I don't care how much he likes you. I'm his daughter.
Yeah? So what? Doesn't change the fact that you're getting in the way of him enjoying his time with his wife freely in the house. Talk about being a third wheel. He said himself that he wished you'd quit being such a goody-goody and run away from home or something.
What? I didn't know you both felt this way. I thought we were getting along fine at home.
I was faking it. How thick are you? Like I said, I was just being nice so I can marry Wilson. He's a catch. You're a dum-dum that ruined her own chances at being kept at the house for the next couple of years.
I honestly didn't know you both wanted me out of the house this bad. I thought we were family.
Oh, give me a break. We're not even blood related. I'm not your mommy, Scarlet. Your mommy's dead. Sheesh, the nerve on this one. So clueless you can't even tell when you're not wanted? Like at this wedding?
Okay, I get it. I'm not wanted here.
or at home, so get out.
Fine, I'll leave. But don't hold me responsible for anything after I leave.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see soon enough.
Scarlet, what the hell is going on? What did you do? There's only a couple dozen people here. No one from my side is at the venue yet.
Oh, that's not good. I wonder where everyone could be.
Stop playing games, Scarlet. I know you're the one behind this. What did you do, Scarlet? Tell me right now. Everly, that's enough. Scarlet didn't do a thing, you shameful ignoramus. Huh? What the hell? Language, young lady. This is your mother. I'm the one that told everyone from our side of the family not to come. Mother? What are you doing with Scarlet? Why are you on her account? I joined her a few minutes ago after you kicked her out of her own father's wedding. What were you thinking, telling your stepdaughter to stay home on such a special occasion? It's because it's a special occasion, Mother. Please understand, I was just trying to have the perfect wedding with Wilson. It'd be more fun without children around, right? You're overreacting. Why would you tell my guests not to come? If it's not a celebration where all your loved ones are invited, then it's not a celebration worth having. How dare you exclude your stepdaughter? Could you stop calling her my stepdaughter, please? It's not like I had the kid. I'm way too young to be a mother. I'm only 13 years older than her. It's just weird having her around. Everly, when you told me you wanted to marry a man more than 10 years your senior, I was concerned. When you told me this man has a teenage daughter, I was even more concerned. But when you and Wilson told me that you hoped to become a warm, loving family and support each other, I believed you. If you can't accept Scarlet as part of your family with Wilson, you shouldn't be with Wilson. Mother, that's unfair. It's not like I gave birth to Scarlet. How can you call her family? She's just some kid that frankly doesn't know she's taking up too much space. That is ridiculous. So if you're not blood relatives, you're not family. I can't believe you feel this way. What about Wilson? I'm sure you want me and your father to treat him with respect, but he's not related to us by blood. That's different. He's my husband. You accept him because you love me because I'm your daughter. That's the whole thing about kids, right? You have a bond with them because they grow inside of you. They share your DNA. You can't just get a random kid off the streets and suddenly feel something for it. Scarlet is not a random kid, Everly. She's Wilson's daughter. You're saying you have no intention of being a mother to her? No, she's a pain. She's not my kid. Why are you being so defensive for her? You know, I guess I never told you, but I was adopted. Your grandmother adopted me when I was only a baby. You're adopted? My mother, your grandmother, was a nurse. She was one of the first nurses to go over to Vietnam with the troops. She was an amazing woman. One day her caravan was attacked and she ran into the field. While she was out there, a mine exploded just a few feet away from her. The shrapnel tore through her midsection. She could never have children. I don't know what to say. Grandma never told me she went to war. I'm sure it wasn't something she was eager to share. She came home alive and that's what matters. The point is she was my mother. I never felt like other kids with their biological parents had a better relationship with their parents. Family is family, Everly. I thought I'd raised you better than this. I didn't know you were adopted, so Nana isn't my actual grandmother. She is. She wasn't related to you by blood, if that's what you mean. I am so disappointed you're treating Scarlet so poorly. It's absolutely disgraceful. But Mother... No. You know what? I'm not your mother anymore. I'm disowning you. What? Why? I just can't stand you treating sweet Scarlet this way. She doesn't deserve it. So you're going to disown me? Just like that? Please, Mother, take a deep breath and calm down. This isn't like you. I'm sure you don't mean it. I understand your point. I'll try to be nicer to Scarlet. No, Everly, I've made up my mind. You're putting Scarlet up for adoption? Then I'll take her in. She'll come to live at our house starting today. You are no longer my daughter. I hope you understand you brought this on yourself. Mother, please be reasonable. You're choosing the step-granddaughter you just met over your real daughter? The one you carried in your womb for 9 months? Really? You're just gonna throw me away? Maybe that'll help you understand how a child feels to be abandoned by her parent. What? Mom, this is crazy. Goodbye, dear. Scarlett, I know what you did. What the hell do you think you're doing? Mom and Dad adopted you?
Yeah, the petition just went through the other day. I'm officially their daughter.
What? You're serious? They really adopted you?
They've been so amazing since I moved in with them. After a few months, they asked me how I'd feel about them filing the paperwork to officially adopt me. I can't believe it. They're so kind and generous. I'm so proud to have them as my family from now on.
Those are my parents. Don't make me sick. This is ridiculous. You know they're just using you to get back at me.
Everly, your parents are wonderful people. They're not using me. They're always thinking of what's best for me. Like last week, they bought me a condo in Boston because I told them I hope to go to university there. I mean, I haven't even taken my SATs yet. Now I really need to get into one of my top picks. But they said don't worry about it. It's just so I can concentrate on my studies when the time comes.
They did what? A condo? You're not even of age. You don't need a condo. What are you trying to do? Ruin my family? You sneaky little brat. I'm on to you. You're not going to get away with this.
Everly, that's no way to speak to your little sister, right? We're family now, whether you like it or not. We're not blood related, but I am officially your little sister. It's funny how things work out, huh?
It's not funny. It's infuriating. How can this be happening?
Oh, but then again, your parents disowned you, so I guess you're not my sister? This is a little confusing. Anyway, they gave me a message for you. What was it? Oh, yeah. Forget about the inheritance.
What? Screw you, you snot-nosed mother stealer. Get her on the phone right now. Get mother.
You mean my new mother? 'Cause you don't have a mother anymore, remember?
Hello? What is it, Everly? I'm busy spending time with Scarlett. Mother, why are you doing this? This is getting out of hand. Why are you treating Scarlett like your daughter? Well, she is my daughter. We're planning a little mother-daughter getaway right now. She's not your daughter, Mother. I am. Please just stop this nonsense. This isn't nonsense. Scarlett is legally my daughter. The lawyer made sure all the papers are in order. She's ours, all right? I mean, I'm your real daughter, remember? The one you gave birth to and raised? Scarlett is my real daughter, Everly. You still don't seem to understand. After all this time, it's not blood that makes family. It's about love. Besides, you were the one that abandoned your responsibilities as a stepmother. Somebody had to step in. I didn't abandon my responsibilities. I lived with her, cooked dinner, cleaned and stuff, you know. You think that's all a mother is? A child needs love and attention, not to be made to feel like a burden. And the condo? You really bought her a condo? We did. We'll switch the name over to hers when she's 18. I know it's a little early, but the real estate agent told us this was the right time to buy. Scarlett has a very bright future and is a very ambitious student. We just want to support her the best we can. Mother, there's no reason for you to do that much. A condo for a teenager? That's way too extravagant. Are you planning on giving this girl all your money? Is that what you mean by forget about the inheritance? You're really gonna choose this random teenager over your actual daughter? Mother, please! Everly, I told you before, I'm not your mother anymore. Please stop calling me that. You think blood is the truest, strongest bond a family has? Well, maybe this'll teach you how wrong you are. I'm leaving every cent we have for Scarlett. Everly, we are related by blood, but we are strangers now. You will be getting nothing. Mother! Hello? Mother!
Everly has been frantically trying to contact Mary to try to get her to take her back as her daughter, but Mary refuses to speak to her. Sometimes I still can't believe I'm part of such a warm, loving family. Mary says she's only doing what her mother did for her. Mary and her husband Peter treat me like their own daughter, and I enjoy spending time with both of them. Mary and I do everything together now. Shopping, cooking, going to movies. Peter and I both love reading, so even though he's a little more reserved, we have a special bond over literature. My mother, who passed away when I was 12, used to talk about books with me when we read together. Family isn't about blood. Mary, Peter, and I are proof that adopted families are real families, and we love each other just the same.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.